In this video, we are going to show you the easiest way to install a wood fence. What I have behind me is a Spruce Stockade fence with decorative Gothic posts. Now, if you're looking for the most affordable fence you can get, this is it. And as you'll see, it is absolutely beautiful and super easy to install. And I'm going to take you through our step-by-step installation process. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We release new fence, gate and railing related content weekly, and I think you'll find it really helpful. So subscribe and let's get on with this installation. We're going to start this installation with step number 1, which is to dig a hole where you are going to be starting the fence. To dig the hole, we're going to use a post hole digger and a tamping bar. Now, the most efficient way to dig a hole when you're installing a fence is to have one person using the post hole digger and his helper using the tamping bar. Once the ground gets too compact for the guy with the digger to make progress, the guy with the tamping bar is going to step in. The job of the guy with the tamping bar is to shape the edges of the hole, loosen up the dirt, and make it so that the guy with the digger can continue to make progress. Now, we want to dig our hole about 2.5 feet deep here.
Okay.
Now that our hole is finished, we're going to install this first post. So we're going to place the post into the hole there. And now to secure this, we're simply going to surround it with dirt and then tamp that dirt nice and compact. Jose is going to hold the post plumb and I'm going to surround it with dirt. Now we're going to tamp this dirt nice and compact so that way the post is held stationary. When you dig your hole, you want to make sure you have enough space all the way around the post so that you can actually fit your tamping bar in there and get a substantial amount of compact dirt around the post here. Now, as we tamp, we're always going to just continue to check the level and make sure that our post is plumb. So now we have the post nice and strong. We're going to add another layer of dirt because obviously when we tamp down the first layer of dirt, there's still a substantial amount of space in the hole. So we're going to fill it in again and then tamp it again. Now we're going to do one more round of tamping, get that second layer of dirt nice and compact, and then once that is all tamped, if there's still space, we'll just add another loose layer of dirt on top of it. Perfect. Now we're going to move on to our next step, which is to set our string line. This is a really important step if you're installing on or near a property line. You want to make sure that the fence goes in a direct line exactly where you need it to go. You do not want to eyeball these sorts of things. Now, in this case, in the case of this video, we're just installing one section in our yard here just for demonstration purposes, so the string line is not that important of a step here, but we're going to show it to you anyway because when you actually apply what you learned in this video at a customer's house or at your own house, it's a pretty important step. So we're going to set a string line from this post and we're going to go directly this way so that way our fence is in a straight line. Before we move on to the next step, just keep in mind that we ship material nationwide. So if you're looking to do it yourself, simply text or call me at the number here. That is my direct line. I will be the one answering the phone, not some AI operator. You will reach me directly and I will happily assist you in getting all the necessary material that you need for your wood fence installation. So simply text or call me and we'll get you sorted and we can send the material directly to your doorstep. Also, when you order from us, I am here as a resource to FaceTime you, to guide you through the installation and make sure that you can do it yourself. Now let's get on with the next step of the installation. Now the next step is to measure over from the post that we previously installed the length of our section and then mark where we're going to dig our next hole. So now we're going to dig this hole over here the same way that we dug the hole over here. Now when you're digging your hole, it's important that you leave a little bit of hole on the other side of the string line because when you install this post, you want to make sure that you have enough space where you can tamp dirt all the way around the post but have the post be flush up against the string line. Now our hole over here is complete, so we're going to bring over our next post, but we're not going to secure it and tamp it down yet. First, we're going to install the section. Now here we have our beautiful Spruce Stockade section. We're going to go ahead and install this simply by placing screws through the back rails and into the post. Now keep in mind, a stockade section is going to have two sides to it. You're going to have the picket side and then you're going to have the rail side on the back. General rule is to have the rail side facing in toward your yard and the picket side facing toward the neighbor. This is especially important if you have a pool, because they say that kids could potentially climb up on the rails, go over the fence, and then access your pool. So pool code says that the rails have to face in toward your yard. So now we're going to take this section and we want to lift it up. We want to make sure we leave a gap on the bottom of the fence, usually about the size of your boot. You could just put your boot underneath the fence, get about 1.5 inches, 2 inches there. Just because if you have the fence directly on the dirt here, when the landscapers come or over time the dirt accumulates and touches the fence, it'll rot significantly faster. When you leave a gap underneath, the fence will hold up a lot better for the long run. So we're going to take this fence and we're going to lift it up slightly. I'm going to put my boot underneath it, and then we're simply going to take a screw and put it through the back rail directly into the post. You see right here, we like to leave a little bit of space there. It just looks a lot more decorative to have the point sticking up past the top of the section there. So as you'll see from the front, that's what it looks like. Beautiful. Now we're going to take this post and we're going to screw in the section the same way we did on this side. Now as you'll see, we like to center this back rail in the post there, get it about center. Right now, as you'll see, Jose, he starts the screw hole, angles it a bit, and he's going to go directly through that rail into the post. We're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Now we are going to secure this post the same way we did on this side. So I'm going to put some dirt in the hole over here.
Okay.
So I just surrounded the post with a generous amount of dirt. Now we're going to do our first round of tamping. All right, now we have our first layer of dirt nice and compact. We're going to add a second layer. We want to bring the dirt all the way up to the top of the hole. Then we're going to tamp it down again. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the easiest way to install a wood fence. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're looking to put up an affordable fence around your yard that's real easy to install, I highly recommend this Spruce Stockade with the decorative posts in between. It's really beautiful. Now, if you're interested in seeing some of the other wood fences that we offer, check out the playlist attached on your screen. Here you could scroll through. We do a lot of different styles of wood, from cedar picket top, cedar lattice top, to regular privacy tongue and groove cedar. We have a ton of different options and a ton of different resources for you to look through. So check out this playlist, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future videos, and if you found this helpful, we would appreciate a thumbs up. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.